Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a really easy, gluten-free, sugar-free, allergen-friendly snack that you can put in your fridge or freezer that's going to fill you up and at the same time provide some taste as well as nourishment for your body to keep you going until your next meal. Today's recipe is basically a raspberry, strawberry, coconut protein ball, and I'm making it as a slice so that I don't have to spend the time even rolling the balls, which is going to be even quicker. All you need is really just any kind of high-speed blender. That's what's going to work best for you. So we'll just make sure everything is set up here. I have already pre-measured some of these things, but you can just basically take them out of the freezer if you want. I'm going to put in the raspberries. This is a cup of raspberries. Put those in first. And then the next part of the recipe is going to be the coconut. I'm using organic desiccated coconut here, which is just always, again, less additives and preservatives. It's always going to be a better way for your kids and your own body to function better. It's just got 1 cup of coconut in it. I'm using a half because it's much easier to have less things to wash up at the end as well. So we've got that there. And the difference with this kind of recipe and what you might see in a lot of other snacks is that I'm really emphasizing protein at each meal and at each snack for my patients, because what I see is a lot of protein deficiency or people getting the kind of protein that causes a lot of inflammation because they might have a lot of steroids in the animals that they're eating, or the hormones and things like that, and it's just this accumulation of toxicity that builds up in our body. So the reason I use protein powder is because for breakfast or a snack, it's unlikely that you're going to want to have a piece of meat to carry with you, or live on tinned fish. So, but when I'm choosing protein powders, I'm super particular because I'm working with sick people. I'm working not just with keeping people well and healthy, but really people that have a lot of autoimmune conditions, a lot of digestive problems, and so we want to just keep their allergens out as much as possible. Now, if you have been reading anything about a type of protein that reacts and has a very similar structure to gluten, it's called casein, and it's found in dairy, but whey is separate from casein. So I have actually had good results with people still using organic whey that has no fillers, no other nutritional supplements or vitamins and minerals. I prefer to get that separately. So the reason I choose organic whey is because I want the cleanest animal product that I can possibly find. So just like you wouldn't want hormones and antibiotics in your meats, I don't want it in my protein powders either. So that's why I choose organic. And this is already flavored with a little bit of stevia. If you like any extra sweetness, you can add that as well. But I'm just using half a cup in half a cup. It comes with a scoop already, and it's about 2 scoops of the protein powder. And if you are dairy sensitive, then it could just be the casein that you're actually reacting to. And this has no casein in it, and a tiniest little bit of lactose. So, but really ethically sourced animal protein as well. And if you don't want to eat animal products, that's fine. It's just there's a vegan plant-based choice that you could make as well. Now, I'm going to just also add the other little bits of ingredients, and then I'm going to test it out because I may need to add a tiny bit of water to it as well. This is coconut oil, and that's just a couple of tablespoons. We'll leave the recipe in the description below as well. So just drop that one in. And if it was, you wanted to test it as you could go, you could test the sweetness out and change it depending on what you want. But I'm just going to add a tiny bit of water to it as well. and then just see whether we actually need any after we've blended it up a bit. I'm also going to add just a tiny bit of organic stevia. I prefer liquid stevia because the powdered ones out there, they're not the same product at all. I'll talk a bit about that in a second. I'll just blend this up, and here we go. You could just scrape down the sides as you go as well, which I'm going to do. And then I'm also going to get ready with just some parchment paper or baking paper, just to put these in the freezer, and you can chocolate coat them, you can leave them as they are, however you want to do this. It's really flexible and super quick. All you need to have is the ingredients already at home. So that's pretty good. Now this is the bit where I've made this many times, so I know exactly how much sweetness we like in our family, but you could just test it out at this point and see how much you want. You're then just going to basically freeze it for a minimum of half an hour. The benefit of having raspberries versus other types of fruits is also that you're going to be getting a low GI, so glycemic index is something that is an indicator of your blood sugar. So if your blood sugar increases, what goes up must come down, and keeping your blood sugar on an even keel is what the low GI fruits and vegetables do, especially the fruits, because they are, after all, nature's sweetness. This is how they turned out after we left them in the freezer. This was like the slab that I just squashed down instead of making balls, and we just, I haven't got the lab on, but we just put them out, and I would store them in the freezer still because they will melt pretty quickly if they're left without, refrigeration. But you could just put them out simple like that, and people love them. If you've liked this video and for more health tips, subscribe or like this video and share it with someone you know. And until next time, be well naturally.